Hello, we are Astor Business Centers and we provide support to small businesses. We also make short videos and share ways to run a more successful business. And other than this short intro, we get right to the point. So, let's get
Hi. Today, I'm going to talk you through my business plan template. The business plan template is also available by clicking on the link below. You can download the template as well as a cash flow Excel spreadsheet. So a business plan is a vital part of starting or running any business. Now, I work with small business owners and entrepreneurs, and some of them are very successful, probably far more successful than I am, but I find that a lot of them do not have a business plan. So I'm going to talk you through my business plan template. It's not the only one that's out there, but it is a very useful tool that will help you understand your business better as well as understanding your customer. It's broken up into several different sections, and I'll go through it section by section. So section 1 is essentially just a little bit about you, your name, your email address, your address, just the important information about your business, whether it's a physical location or just a website. So you also want to have your start date on there if you're not already in business when you're looking to start your business. The next part is about your business. So the first part, what you want to do is you want to have a summary of your business, or an executive summary. The executive summary explains who you are, what you do, and sells your business all in one brief summary statement. The next point is to describe your products or services. So this is your opportunity to talk about the products or services that you'll be selling or making available to the public. The next point, describe how the products or services will be sold. For some things it will be really straightforward. You may just be selling it on the internet, or from a market stall, or from a retail location. So this is your opportunity to explain how those products or services will be sold. The next point, what sets your business apart from your competitors? This would be your USP, or unique selling point. Your unique selling point is just that. It's what makes you unique. Why would someone purchase your product or service? What will make it stand out in the marketplace? The next point in the business plan is about you. So this is all about you. A lot of times if you're a owner-operator, your business essentially is you. So this is your opportunity to explain how you bring different things to the marketplace. So question number 1 is, why do you want to run your own business? I always ask people this, and it's quite interesting. Some people are just sick and tired of the current job they have. And maybe starting your own business is not the solution. Maybe finding another job is. So ask yourself and be honest with yourself, why do you really want to start a business? And if you're determined and you think that starting a business is the right thing to do, then go ahead. The next point is your previous work experience. Quite often people start businesses that are similar to the business or the career that they had. So they're bringing a wealth of information and knowledge to the situation. So you'll detail that at this point. Your education and qualifications. You may have some qualifications that will be important to your business plan. If you're looking for funding, some people will want to know, well, what makes you an expert in this area? So your qualifications can support that. I ask people to, in their business plan, put their hobbies and interests. Some people don't. I think it's something good to have in there, and just to think about it, because are you going to enjoy what you're doing? I think it's important, if you're starting a business, for it to be something that you enjoy, something that you're passionate about, something that in many cases you would actually do for free. But we're not going to be doing it for free. Hopefully you're in business to make money. The next point, describe your knowledge and expertise within the business industry. Again, if you've been working in this industry, or if you have qualifications in this industry, explain what they are and explain your knowledge and experience within the industry. The next point under about you is list any other information that is relevant to the business. So, is it something that your family has been doing for a long time and you're moving into yourself? Just anything else that's relevant. Now we're going to move into the products and services. So the first question on the products and services is, give an overview of the product or service this business will sell. This is as much about you understanding your product and service as it is making somebody else, when reading your business plan, understand it. I do find that a lot of small business owners don't really have a very intimate understanding of their business or the products or services. So really go into depth with this, go into detail. Next question is, how will the product or service be carried out? So how are you going to carry it out? That's pretty straightforward. How much does the product or service cost to deliver? Be honest with yourself. I do find that people lowball this just to, I guess, give themselves a false sense of security, but be honest. Do some research, find different manufacturers, find different suppliers, and I would say go with the higher one. It's better to have a really high product cost and then find out that it's actually less than the other way around. How much will the product or service be sold to customers for? So once you know how much it's going to cost you to manufacture, then you want to understand how much you're going to sell it for. Now keep in mind, when you're running a small business or running a business of any size, what you don't want to do is create a false economy for yourself. What I mean by that is, some people may be working a 9 to 5 while doing a business on the side, and they're using their salary to cover the costs of the business. So when they make a sale or make some money off the product, they're like, wow, I've made some money. But in fact, they may have lost money. So it's really important that you understand that point. Next point, how will the product or service be delivered to the customer? Pretty straightforward. And finally, on the products and services, are there any legal requirements that are necessary to start a business? Now, you want to understand what the legal requirements for your business are. Do not cut corners. I do find that often people will seek advice from people that don't know themselves. So try to find a professional that can explain and really break it down for you. You don't want to get started and then realize that you don't have the right certification or the right certificates to be conducting your business. The next heading is the market. So what you want to do is describe the typical customer and where they're based. I talk a lot about avatars. Now, an avatar in this sense is a very detailed overview of your customer or your ideal customer. So you may have several avatars, you may have several customers that you're trying to sell to, but you need to at least have one avatar. By really fleshing this out, understanding where they shop, are they a male, are they a female, what their age is, what their preferences are, a very detailed picture of your ideal customer, it makes it a lot easier for you to be able to create products for them and also price your products. The next point, have you sold any of your products or services already? Now, if you're already in business, it's a no-brainer. If you're starting, maybe you have done some test marketing. This is really important because it can help you determine how much you should be selling your product for, and most importantly, is there an appetite for your product or service? Next point, what can be learned about the business from an internet search? Is the business area that you're going into, is it growing? Is it contracting? Is it a new area? Understand what you're getting into. Understand if there's actually a need for what you're putting out there, or will you be creating a need for your new product or service? The next point will be your startup costs. There's an Excel spreadsheet that you can download just to go through your cash flow and the details around that. And finally, the competition. Well, there's two more points, the competition, and this is all under marketing. So the competition, who is your competition? Do you know that there is any competition? I do speak to people and they're like, oh, I'm the only one doing this. And then when we really dig down a little bit deeper, we find out that there's several people doing it. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't start your business, but you do want to understand who your competition is and how much money they're putting behind their product or service. And then this would go back to your USP and understanding that you might have something that makes your product stand out. Then we're going to move into the SWOT. The SWOT is strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So you're going to understand what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and be honest. Do not lie to yourself. Lying to yourself on a business plan doesn't help anybody. Least of all, it doesn't help you. Now we're going to move into the marketing plan. So the marketing plan, I focus a little bit more around the marketing on the 4 Ps and also your web presence. So it's all rolled up into one. You will see that when you download the document. First question being, how will you market or promote your product? Now the first thing people say is social media. Everybody's marketing on social media. I'm not saying don't, but you need to have another strategy in addition to your social media strategy, unless you already have a huge following, which my guess would be most people don't. How much will it cost to market your business? Key point, have a marketing budget. I'll say that again, have a marketing budget. One of the biggest mistakes smaller businesses make is they view marketing as something that they do when they're desperate. You should constantly be marketing. You should constantly have money put aside to market your product or service, to get it out there, keep it out there, that you can have a steady flow of customers. Do you currently have a website? A better question than that is actually, is your website currently making you money? So you may have built a website, but when's the last time you looked at it? How many visitors do you get per day? And what is your conversion on your website? What is your online marketing strategy? And what are the keywords that are associated with your website? So if someone were looking for your website, what would they put in? A good way to determine that is to ask someone else. You're probably an expert in your area, so you would look for something different than maybe the layman would look for. So find out what keywords people are actually using to search for your product, and make sure that your website is search engine optimized. And I guess the last thing that I have in the business plan is, what is your backup plan? What will you do if your business does not succeed? And you know, we've all seen the statistics about new businesses folding. So I wish everyone the best of success and the best of luck. I have provided quite a few documents that you can download from the link below. This was just a really quick overview of how to put together a business plan. If you have any questions or if you need any advice, you can give me a call. If you need a website, you can go to websitecasa.com. We'd be happy to talk to you about your website needs. And we've also just launched a new search engine optimization service. It's a basic search engine optimization service. It's not going to cost you $350 a month. Hopefully we will be able to get you to a point that you're generating enough money that you can then invest the money for a bigger search engine optimization. But I just want to thank everybody for listening, and don't forget to download the files from the links below.